I'm on a movie set, and yes, I have worked on Once Upon a Time. I mention it briefly in one of my memoirs. Very interesting experiences with it. Very magical. Now I'm going to read to your small ones the Seven Dwarfs and their diamond mine. Here we are in a beautiful forest area near Burnaby, British Columbia. Now my family founded the city of Sudbury, Ontario, and that is the world's largest mining system. And as well, Sudbury has had the world's deepest mines. The first was a Victoria mine, and my own cottage was very near to it in the woods, in the forest. And then it became Snow Lab. That is presently the world's deepest mine. Snow Lab is spelled S-N-O-L-A-B. And they study neutrinos from the sun and dark matter. And that means they want to know the way the sun works and what our universe is made of. It's very important. Science and physics. I'm reading to your small ones the very first book and album that was given to me by my family to introduce me to mining. The Seven Dwarfs and their diamond mine. And I'm going to read it to your small ones. Now, as said, I am a writer, a screenwriter and literary writer, so I adjust words slightly. I'm an editor, so I adjust them as I progress, make them a little more proper. It was a beautiful summer morning in the forest where the Seven Dwarfs lived in their small cottage. Inside the camp, the clock, you see the little birds, had told the little men it was time to rise. It makes little bird sounds. It's time to get up. The Seven Dwarfs soon had breakfast ready, but they didn't start the day off with porridge. No, indeed. They started it off with soup. It's kind of funny, huh? They sup up that soup. It's true. Every one of them helped to wash the dishes and clean the cottage. You remember they used to be very messy before Snow White. And they missed Snow White. She had been happily married for several years to a handsome prince where she was ruler of her realm. In the original images of the film and the movie, there are owls in the cottage. And my family that married into the family that founded Sudbury, our family name is Owl, or Chouette en français. Love the little owls in the forest that protect Snow White. Very nice. In the woods, in the forest. Off they went to work in their mine. Doc was in the lead. There he is. And Dopey was, as always, last. Dancing happily along. He looks very happy. Suddenly Doc stopped. All the other dwarfs bumped into him. Uh-oh. There was a strange gold treasure-looking container box right in front of him. They opened it very cautiously, and inside was a very cryptic note and a gold key. What on earth? Doc slowly read the note out loud. At midnight when the moon does shine, you'll see a secret door in your diamond mine. This gold key, see it there? There it is. Fits the golden lock, and it will open only at 12 o'clock. And you will find a treasure there, a priceless gift of beauty rare. And all the little men then went into their mine. I guess they want to find it. There were millions of shining diamonds just about everywhere. Oh my goodness. You can see the diamonds. Look, all the colors. There were very spooky sounds inside the mine. Sometimes it sounded like thousands of carpenters hammering. Sometimes it sounded like thousands of woodcutters cutting trees. It was all very troubling. Maybe somebody's building something, or making something. Sneezy felt a big sneeze coming on. He sneezed so hard he blew his shoes off. And in his shoe, he found a note. He could see it. Oh my goodness, what person put a note in his shoe? Sneezy slowly read the note out loud. This note was placed into a shoe to tell you all just what to do. You have to count by 1s to 10, and then once more, and then again, and then add 3 more. They did, and the big grandfather clock struck 10, and then it struck 11:01. They're waiting for midnight, I think. They want to see what's going to occur. Then just at midnight, just as the first mysterious note said, a moonbeam came through the mine ceiling and shone right on a door that had not ever been there before. Oh my goodness, maybe that's what they were making. Do they want to go in? Grumpy pushed the gold key in the lock. He twisted it with all his might. The lock opened, and all the dwarfs pulled as hard as they could, and the heavy door creaked slowly open. What are they gonna find? Huh? There was a great flash of light, a blare of trumpets, and there before them was a huge palace ballroom. Mirrors on every wall, hundreds of royal soldiers in bright uniforms and shiny black boots, and hundreds of royal carpenters. Oh my goodness, and stonemasons. You can see them there. He looks like he's had a long day. They stood in line, looking very pleased with the wondrous place they had built. Oh my goodness, they found a palace underground through a mine. And then suddenly, the royal trumpeters sounded a royal fanfare. 11 tall officers of the Queen's Guard came forward towards the 7 dwarfs. Just as the little men, oh look at them, they look nervous, were about to flee in fright, they saw a sight they would not ever forget. For walking towards them, coming towards them, between the guards was Snow White. She was more beautiful than they had ever recalled. Oh, there she is. They must be so happy. Snow White smiled and held out her arms to them. They all rushed to her. They laughed and cried with happiness. Snow White picked up everyone and gave everyone a big hug and kiss. Even Grumpy. Look at him. He's so funny. That night, they had a party. They danced and they sang until dawn, when the sun comes up. One of the songs was, "You are not ever too old to be young." And it was a wonderful party. See, they all have old beards. All of them have old beards except for Dopey. So they are young at heart, is what they mean. Look, they came out of the mine again. They went away from the palace back to their cottage. They all took Snow White back to the cottage and visited for 7 whole days. That's so lovely. She gets to visit where they protected her in the forest. When Snow White's procession came to take her back to her realm, or her world, Snow White kissed every one of the little men goodbye. Oh, it must have been hard. Look, even bashful. He's so sweet, huh? Then she went off in her golden accompaniment with the white steeds prancing in the jet black harnesses and silver gold bridles glistening in the sun. It's quite lovely, huh? Her life is better. Oh! So that is my reading for your small ones of the Seven Dwarfs and their diamond mine. Good morning, gorgeous Phoenix phone. It's so nice to wake up to you every morning.